Good times. All right. Are you guys ready for your next stand-up comedian? Yeah. All right. Well, good. So am I. She's very, very funny. Came to us straight from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Please welcome Miss Harriet Riley.
Keep clapping for Tate. Come on, he's working really, really hard tonight. And it's so nice to be out here again. And amongst beautiful, I think. There we go. Yeah, beautiful people. Because it's been a long, long year. I have to say, I am a little bit sad about losing my mask. Because 15 months without a cold and no random men telling me to smile as I walk down the street has been quite refreshing. Also, I think I'm going to be keeping the 6 feet rule. Because, thank you. There's only really 3 people in the world that need to be within 6 feet of me, and 2 of them are dead. So, so that tells you a little bit about me. And like everyone, I think, who's going to come up on stage tonight, I'm just here because I can't afford therapy. So indulge me, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, spoiler alert, I'm not originally from Pittsburgh. I am from the land across the sea, England, and I decided to follow Harry and Meghan. It's part of a long plan to take back the lost colony. At some point, one of their kids is going to be president. They're just going to declare that the whole experiment has been a failure and come back into the fold, guys. We've missed you. But I don't know if the front row can probably see, 2 weeks ago, I had the worst injury a comedian can have. I injured my microphone hand. I know, 4 stitches. And the worst thing about it hasn't been the loss of income, because it's stand-up comedy. The worst thing has been my boyfriend has had to help me put my bra on. And ladies, if you know how bad men are at taking bras off, they're really bad at putting them back on again. I mean, for God's sake, I do this every day behind my back. When it's right in front of you, how can you not work the clip? So I struggled into a proper bra for you all today. Because again, I struggled with the small boob privilege of the pandemic. All of these comments of, I'm just not going to wear my bra anymore. I can't do that. No, there'd be complaints. But did anybody, I know Tate has a dog. Did we work out if anybody has or has seen a dog? Fantastic, because I was a bit worried about this next bit. Because it will hopefully land. But no, when I moved over here, a lot of people, I couldn't actually work when I first came over. I was the stereotypical lazy immigrant. I got my green card last year, though, so I'm now the job-stealing kind. No, it's a lot more work to come over here than you think it is. I had to marry someone. But a lot of people said, are you going to have a baby? Because you'll have loads of time on your hands. I thought, are you insane? This is the most legit free time I'm going to have on my hands ever as an adult. Like, I will be arrested if I work. They don't want my tax dollars. Do you think I'm going to ruin that by having a baby? And what would I say when they get to that awkward age where they start asking why you had them? Well, it was either you or a gambling problem. Mummy was bored one day and just made a very bad choice. There's no way I could do that to another human. So I got a rescue dog. No, it's not a case of who rescued who. Have you seen those bumper stickers? Yeah, they're bullshit. It's a case of who's going to destroy who first. No, she has separation anxiety, so she doesn't like to be left. And she's very much like me. She's either asleep or anxious. When they say adopt an animal, it's good for your mental health. They never tell you to not adopt an animal with the same mental health conditions as you. and my boyfriend was very confident. He was like, all she needs is training. You just need to train her. After 3 weeks of living with him, she's now on Prozac. Extra sedatives when we try and leave her. And he's decided she's somewhere on the autistic spectrum. Training has been abandoned. It's all about survival now. To put it into perspective, she's 25 pounds and a terrier beagle mix. So she's a princess and we love her. Definitely don't treat her like a child. Absolutely not. But she does also hate other dogs. And I'll be out walking her. There's no rhyme or reason. Any other dog is game, and she goes full Cujo. Slathering, barking, whether it's a Chihuahua or a Rottweiler, she doesn't give a shit. And it's really, really awkward, especially as a Brit, because we don't like confrontation, and people just look at you. And I've been yelled at, and they look at you, and this woman yelled at me, "Control your dog!" And I just went, "I'm really sorry. But she's a rescue." She went, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry for everything she's been through." Her owner died and she came to live with me. That's all she's been through. She's fine. But it got me thinking, it's a shame you can't do that with men. You know, you're out, your boyfriend's causing trouble at a party or a bar, and you just go, "I'm really sorry. But he's a rescue. We found him wandering around Walmart all by himself. And he's not married. We've checked. He's not been chipped." So think about that. It's deeply, deeply unfair. But there's one main reason I'm doing stand-up comedy. It's not actually the therapy. It's because of my mother. She's a very typical British mother in that she doesn't like to show she cares too much. And I've done all sorts of different things. I used to do triathlon. I've done open water swimming. And before every one of these ridiculous things, I'd be really excited and I'd tell my mum what I was doing. And she would email me a bad news story before every event. So before the first 5-kilometer run I ever did, about a week before I got an email, "Runner loses memory, tripping over own shoelaces." I did the Pittsburgh Marathon the year that I moved here. And Mum's good news and good luck story was undiagnosed heart conditions. How to spot them before it's too late. And my favorite one of all time, I felt like stand-up comedy would be a fairly safe pastime. Because you hear about people dying on stage, but it's always a metaphor, right? No. The day before my first performance, the email arrived. Comedian killed, electrocuted by faulty microphone. So far, I'm still here. And I have every faith in this building and its electrical equipment. She hasn't got me yet. But like I said, it's a very British way of showing that she cares. And I lived in London for 12 years. So when I moved to Pittsburgh, and any time I come outside of Pittsburgh, I just can't deal with your disarming niceness. You're aggressively friendly. Like, friendly and helpful to the point of being fucking terrifying. Like, I lived in London, and I accepted quite happily that I wouldn't learn my neighbors' names unless I got their mail by accident. And I would actively tip more in restaurants for less attentive service. Because we don't have the tipping culture in the UK. It's a very transactional process, and everyone is happy with that. So I lose my mind in Starbucks and in sandwich shops because I have a choice. We're not pro-sandwich choice in Britain. The attitude is very much, this is what we've made today, now buy it and like it. So I will leave you on a note of gratitude that I'm very happy that I now live in the land of no free healthcare, but ultimate breakfast sandwich options. Thank you so much. You've been fantastic.